There we go. Big round of applause for Ryan, an up-and-coming star in this game.
Good afternoon, Peterhead. Right, so if you don't know who I am, my name's Ryan H, and I'm stepping in for Alec from Spartan Child Protection Team, alright? So, I'm going to speak about how important it is for the protection of our children. So, just a few numbers for you. In the UK, in a year, there's approximately 500,000 children that are sexually abused per year. Now, if that doesn't anger you, then I don't know what you're doing here, alright? It's absolutely disgusting. Another fact for you, another figure, approximately 840,000, that's nearly 1 million, of adults are a risk to children, right? They're a risk of sexual abuse to children. Now, 840,000, nearly 1 million. We've got our own wrongings to deal with. We don't need more. We don't need more coming in on boats and adding to the fucking children, adding to the pressure that we've got dealing with our own wrongings. And just another number for you, just for you to take away and think about this. Approximately 20% of people who distribute and hold indecent images of children get a custodial sentence. 20%. That shouldn't be 20%, it should be 100%. If you take away a child's innocence, you do not deserve to even breathe the same air as us. So, as parents, grandparents, citizens, we need to come together as communities, towns, everything, right, and protect our children, because the authorities aren't going to do it. The authorities, in my eyes, they're complicit, because I'm sick to death of seeing in the papers, oh, someone who's just shared 5,000 images, suspended sentence. Someone who's just done heinous crimes against children for years, suspended sentence. Why are they getting suspended sentences? Because they're all complicit. Now, they're all getting housed in our communities as well, without any of us knowing. Now, I'm from South Ayrshire, not originally. I sound like an Oasis tribute act, right? So I'm from Manchester. But in South Ayrshire, I've lived there for 10 years. My wife's Scottish, my family's Scottish, and I'm proud to live here in Scotland, right? So, I asked South Ayrshire Council for a Freedom of Information request on how many registered sex offenders are housed in South Ayrshire. Under their supervision, it was 45, right? Under their supervision. Now, they've worded that correctly, because once the community orders is done with, they're not under the supervision of the council. They go back to Police Scotland. I've also been in touch with Police Scotland, and I'm waiting for the figures off them as well. Out of those 45 of registered sex offenders, 34, which is 75%, are against crimes against children. 75% are crimes against children, and they're being housed next to our parks, next to our schools, in the community, without us even knowing. Now, they work for us. We pay our tax, we pay our council tax. They are there to do a service for us. So if they're not protecting our children, the authorities are not protecting our children, who's it down to? It's down to us. We need to come together and do it for the children, alright? You'd also think as well, just another point that I'm a massive advocate on, right? And I've been pushing this on my social media. Has anyone heard of the RSHP? So that's Relationships, Sexual Health and Parenthood, right? So they're an organisation that they create teaching material for the schools, and they're in with the government and everything, right? And they're pushing out material to 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds in school about what adults get up to in the bedroom. To the point of when they climax, all right? They also have pictures in these lessons of the male genitalia and the contraception that goes on there. Now, I'm not being funny. If the age of consent is 16 in Scotland, why are our children being brainwashed, being sexualised in the schools, and all this filth put on them? In my eyes, it's a parental responsibility. The schools shouldn't be pushing this. Also, in that material, you can go and have a look on the website, which is rshp.scot. I urge you to go have a look and go look at the levels, because primary school kids are also being taught and being told they can identify as anything they want, and the school doesn't even have to update you on that. So your child could go there, be brainwashed into thinking they're the opposite sex, thinking they're a pixie or whatever, and they don't have to tell you. The teachers don't have to tell you. Now, I don't know how you feel, but it is biological fact there's only two genders. Kids should only be worrying about if they... Kids should only be worrying about playing in the mud, making friends, learning real life skills, not being taught they can identify as whatever they want. It's an ideology that is being pushed on our children, right? Now, I've not got anything against if you want to go around and, you know, pretend you're the opposite sex or whatever when you're an adult. That is down to you as an adult. But as a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, when children's minds are like sponges, easily influenced, why are we allowing this to be pushed in our schools? So my main point of speaking here today is to tell you all, we need to start coming together as parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties, citizens, right? And protect our children, because see, at the end of the day, we are the only ones that can do it. The schools aren't going to do it. The government's not going to do it. The authorities aren't going to do it. It is down to us as parents to do it, because thinking about 20, 30 year time, when you sat there in the old people's home and your grandchildren come up to you and say, why didn't you stop this madness? What are you going to answer them? Can you look them in the eye and say, I tried my best? A lot of people won't. It's time to come together and stand up for the next generation, all right? Thank you, Peterhead.